Today we're going to be talking about Brazen Blaze. It's a brand new game. It's in the open beta right now. The open beta seems to run until February 12th. Just started yesterday, February 5th. This is a 3v3 smack and shoot VR action game. It's available on MetaQuest and Steam VR. You become a runner and fight against others to become the president of the world. When you first load into the game after completing the tutorial, you load into this terminal room, and you can tell right away, it looks really cool. It's got some cool detail. They got these little treadmill things kind of around the center console here, and they've got these little treadmills that are on the front side. You can see there's a little shop section that they have set up here too for some future potential there. I'm not sure what that's going to be in the future. I know that there's some currency that you can earn in advance in the open beta, so perhaps you'll use that currency to buy upgrades, cosmetics, and other things for your characters. And there's also training grounds too, so you'll spend some time, definitely spend some time in the training ground for sure. Get used to the movement of the game. It's not really like anything else I've ever played before. These games are fast, these are crazy. Surprisingly, this game does not make you sick. There's no motion sickness that I experience in it. Similar to if you play Population 1, it does not seem to affect you at all. There are 4 runners in the game right now. They're going to be adding a 5th one here in a couple of days. Each runner has unique weapons, game-changing ultimates, slice your enemies in half with a giant sword of light, go trigger happy with massive homing bullets, and other mind-blowing moves there. The first runner we're going to talk about is Riot. Her manifesto is to make a world where the weak and the minorities are not abandoned. She is a punk nonconformist that fights with their audiokinesis powers to break the current ideology and create a new world where nobody is left behind. Her main weapon is the battle submachine gun. She can pull that with the right grip, near her shoulder. You can use your left hand too. Just grab your hand, pull it up near your shoulder, use your grip, the grab button, and that will grab your submachine gun. Her skill is the healing echo, so you can use this ability. All the skills are used by putting your hand palm facing up and gripping. With your grip hand, it'll make this little ball appear. You'll kind of grab the ball, and when you pull the trigger and the grip at the same time, you'll smash the ball, and that activates your skill. Hers is a healing echo. It heals her allies within a certain range of her. The battle submachine gun, by the way, too, is a gun with just a high fire rate. You can use it to kind of chip away at your opponents. It doesn't do as much damage as it punches, but it does do a little bit of damage and makes them think about where they should be standing. Her special ability that she can charge up and use is called Uprising Beat. So every runner has the same sort of kind of different abilities that they can use. Hers is this Uprising Beat. It enhances yourself with the power of sound. You get unlimited boost gauge, and your punches blow your opponents further away. So you can do more kind of movement of the enemy and also move yourself around quite a bit. You'll see as I'm going through the training grounds here, the little dash ability or your boost gauge, which shows above your health bar. And you got one for your left hand and one for your right hand. So as you pull your trigger, if you're not holding a weapon or a grenade or something, you will dash and boost forward. So when you're using this ability, you get unlimited boost. The next runner we'll talk about is Legacy. His manifesto is to make the world a better place where everyone can be happy. A born elite CEO using the highest tech that wants to prove he's not just a rich kid and can overcome the legacy left behind by his parents, improving the world in the process. His main weapon is a Magna Shield, so it's not a weapon at all. Actually, it's used for defense. You pull the shield out, same thing, you're using it over your right shoulder or left shoulder, depending on which hand you're using. Grabs the shield out, and it can guard attacks from opponents. You can also dash while you're holding it, which you cannot do if you're holding a sword or a gun. His skill is the nano protection. This is when you hold your hand palm face up, you grab the ball, you squeeze with both the grip and the trigger, creates a barrier that prevents an attack to all allies. So it's kind of a one-time prevent the attack from hitting the allies, which is good for protecting them from some sort of hard strike or hard hit or something. The overload ability generates a large gravity field which temporarily breaks down all opponents' gauntlet abilities. This is useful. It kind of disables the enemy, so you can actually do whatever you need to do to them, get in there and do some damage to them. Each runner actually has their own lore or story as well, so feel free to let me know if you want to read those or provide the story for each of these runners. I can make that in a subsequent video. The next runner, and seems to be a fan favorite, is Skybolt. Her manifesto is to make the world a thrilling place that's worth living in. A previous Swiss bank worker that found the thrill of living becoming a bounty hunter, enjoying every moment with a rifle in each hand. Her main weapon is the hybrid rifles, so she can actually equip these long-range guns in both hands. So both shoulders have a gun, she can hold a gun in both hands. Of course, you can't dash when you're holding these guns, but it is cool to be able to use these long-range weapons to deal some damage from a distance. Her skill is Predator's Eye. She activates this ability, she can locate enemies behind obstacles. Makes it easy to find somebody that's hiding or trying to sneak up on you. Her ultimate is called Trigger Zappy. She transforms her guns into bullets that fire and track down opponents. They're like little homing missiles that charge and attack the enemy. The next runner is Velvet. The last runner of the 4 that are available to play right now is Velvet. Her manifesto is film the best movie in history, herself becoming the president of the world. She is an elegant top movie star that has chosen doing it in her own way, filming how she would slash her way to president with her katana of light. Her main weapon is the Photon Blade. It is a high damage melee weapon, charged with the trigger button to send a shockwave forward. Her skill is called Showtime. It enhances her boost speed. It also disables the opponent's lock-on during activation. So there's lock-on ability you can use to kind of lock onto the enemy. As long as they stay within your vision, you'll stay kind of looking directly at them and helps you track down an enemy character. This skill will actually disable that, so you can't keep focus on her. It makes it easier for you to accidentally dodge past her while she's attacking you. Her ultimate is called Final Cut. It summons a giant sword of light, and it sends a widespread shockwave forward. This is a much bigger attack than her sword can generate, and it's quite impressive. She's my favorite character just because of the sword alone. Right now there are 5 sub-weapons you can bring into battle with you as well. So these weapons are available to any of the runners. They are a grenade, a handgun, a boost injection, combat knife, and a shake grenade. The grenade explodes after a fixed time. You can press the trigger button to initiate the countdown before throwing, or you can just throw it and it blows up after a set amount of time too. The handgun is a gun with a low round count, but with high damage. So this is something you could use if maybe you're the sword wielder or the support character with like Legacy with the shield. You can have a handgun at the same time, protect yourself and shoot back at them. The next one is a boost injection. The recovery speed of the boost dash gauge is increased for a certain period of time, so it gives you a little bit of a boost so you can boost more. Combat knife is a melee attack with high damage as well, so it's a knife you can pull out. Again, any of the runners can use it. It does high damage when you're at close range. Shake grenade. This works a little bit like a shake weight. You're gonna shake this grenade. You can throw it just as is, and it gives you a small explosion. Explodes after a fixed time, just like the grenade. You can press the trigger just like the grenade too, and it'll start the countdown before you throw it. Shake while gripping to enhance the blast radius. So I'm not too sure what the difference is between the grenade and the shake grenade, but the shake grenade requires you to shake it, and then when you throw it, it blows up. It kind of seems like it's similar blast radius for the grenade too. I'm kind of new to the game still too, so I'm not quite sure what the difference is. We're gonna walk through some gameplay now here. Once you've joined a game, started a game, you go through this champion selection phase. There's 3 people on your team, right? So you pick one at a time. You can't pick the same runner for everybody, so everyone gets their own. While in this kind of runner selection phase, you choose your sub-weapon too, your grenade, your gun, your knife, so on. Once you have each selected your runner, you'll load onto a little platform, the 3 of you, if you have 3 people on your team. There are no bots in this game right now too, so you're just going to play against real people. If there's less than 3 people, you'll only play against 2 people. Watch as you kind of dash around the field here. The direction you point your hand is the direction you'll dash. And you can't dash while you're holding a sword. Kind of makes it tricky if you run out of boost. You're going to watch me struggle to get attacks on these folks while I'm trying to learn how to play the game. We both took a strike there. I decided to try to run away, maybe save myself a little bit. Here I am, sneaking up behind somebody, did a lot of damage on them, but now I'm chasing, trying to get them down. They healed. You know, I'm still kind of new figuring this out, but I didn't realize they healed. I used my ability so I could trace them down better, and now I see them. But they were able to turn around and do some wicked damage to me. It all happens very quickly, too. You get stunned first. After you get stunned, they actually have to do some sort of final blow on you, too. And if they don't do the final blow on you, you'll unstun, and you're back in the game. Sword battle. Got me down low in health. Got me from range. But you can see as I was running away, I got stunned. But kind of fell behind a building here, so they couldn't easily get to me. Although it was kind of strange that they just dashed right by me. So after a couple seconds here, I kind of revived, and I'm back in the fight. But then I was taken down again. Here I am trying to use Skybolt here. It's interesting that I chose a gun for my my sub weapon because she can actually hold 2 guns. I didn't realize this while I was playing though. This is me trying to figure out what's going on here. I abandoned the battle to go say, hey, what's this green thing? Oh, it heals you. That's kind of nice. That shield you saw on them was that barrier, so I couldn't do any damage to that person. That's given to you by legacy. Then of course, she used the sword, did a ranged attack on me, kind of comes in like a homing missile. There's a little bit of an aim assist that's going on here when you're using the sword at doing attack from long range. There we go, using my pistol with the gun as well at the same time. Punches do more damage, so if you have the opportunity to get in there, get close, jump in there, do some dashes, do some punching. Got her stunned, tried to go up and hit her, hit the wrong button, got the gun out, dashed past her, left her alone, waited too long, did not kill her. As you're playing too, the battlefield, kind of like Population 1, Fortnite, the circle kind of closes in on you, but it happens a little bit differently. The map starts to fall apart, so parts of the map and the cityscape and everything will fall. If you fall in those holes, you'll lose your health, you'll die, you'll lose that round. You're playing best out of 3 rounds, right? So if you get 2 wins in a row, you and your team, then you win. But you will play 3 rounds if you get a 1-1. Each team gets 1 win, 1 win. To try to settle the score. There are no other game modes right now. It's just this, just a 3v3 battle, just best out of 3. Only 4 runners right now. There's a 5th runner named Sunshine is coming up soon. I tried to dash and get her. I think I either my teammate got her before I could, or I missed and went over top of the person. me trying to kind of get up on top, do some attack damage from range. Look at that dashing. Just dashing for days. That's Legacy with the shield up. Somebody got the final hit. See, I like how the sword powers up. It looks really cool. Stunned. Just need a one no attack. Kind of knock her out. There it is. Kind of disintegrates them. Oh, Legacy coming in. Got me, took me out. Here's Skybolt's finishing move. Gets the guns out, does a huge blast against the enemy. Whoever gets the final hit, kind of knockout in the game, is the person that gets to show off their ultimate. You don't have to do anything special for it, you just get the hit and it does it for you. It's not like you have to memorize all the moves like in Mortal Kombat days. When you get knocked out, of course, you get to kind of run around in like a ghost mode as well. It's kind of fun to be able to watch the fight. See how fast they move around. Final strike. The party poppers are fun. Nice little touch. I assume that's all that's in the game right now. That's all I've seen, at least. Maybe that little shop indicator that comes up lets you buy new emoticons and different things you can do. Party poppers is a good start. You see the scenery is pretty cool. They got the cool banners set up. It's got the characters on them. The cities look actually pretty nice. They don't look very super boring or anything. Kind of a nice sky setup. The game looks pretty nice. You can tell when you're playing, there's no jitter, there's no lag. Did a really nice job keeping the gameplay super smooth. Starting to get a little bit more comfortable with the controls. You can ping, push the B button on your right controller, you point to that direction, ping, lets you tell your allies where the opponents are. To target somebody, you can change this setting here. By default, you have to click in the right joystick. Find it kind of tricky or difficult to use that option, so I set it to either click in or push the joystick up. All you do is point it to the up direction. And when you do that, it will highlight or target whoever's in front of you as well. I find that a lot easier to use. It's easier to kind of do that quickly as opposed to clicking down on the joystick. That's my preference. You guys can try out what you like. Targeting, it kind of makes it easier to hit the target too. So if you're trying to dash and punch at the same time, you're going to find yourself going over top, to the side, kind of around them. If you keep them targeted, it's sort of like an aim assist. So you're going to dash toward them. It's going to keep them targeted, so you're going to face that direction, kind of go towards them as well. You're going to punch towards them too. So it just makes it easier to get your hits off. Epic battle going on down here. shield is crazy. It keeps you safe. That's Legacy's finisher. Drops the trophy on you. Got my kill there. Coming in for the kill. She's off. We got a chaser. There we go. Gonna get the kill here in a second. That concludes the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you check out the game. Open beta test runs for another 6 days. We'll talk to you guys later.